Do you know why God Shiva came to Kashi and why he never left after that? We all hear that Kashi is the city of moksha, that taking your last breath there ends the cycle of birth and death. But hardly anyone knows the real story of how Shiva himself came to this city, carrying a burden no god had ever carried, and how Kashi became the only place that freed him. It all began with a fight. Brahma and Vishnu were arguing about who is greater. Brahma said, "I am the creator. Everything begins because of me." Vishnu replied, "Creation means nothing without preservation. I am the one who protects the world. I am greater." Their voices grew louder, their egos grew taller, and the universe began to tremble under the weight of their pride. To break this, Shiva appeared as a huge pillar of fire, a Jyotirlinga with no beginning and no end. It shot upward beyond the skies and downward into the deepest worlds. Shiva said, "If you want to know who is supreme, find my top or find my bottom." Vishnu immediately took the form of a boar and went down. He crossed the dark worlds, rivers of fire and mountains no one had ever seen. After a long time, he understood the truth: there is no end. Brahma went upward with full confidence. He took the form of a swan and flew higher and higher, past clouds, past stars, past unseen worlds. After ages of flying, he saw a Ketaki flower drifting downward from the endless pillar of fire. It had fallen from somewhere far above, a place Brahma could never reach. In that moment, he hesitated. He thought, "If I admit that I could not reach the top, will the world still worship me?" So he convinced the flower to lie for him. "Say that you saw me reach the top," he told her. And when he returned, he declared, "I have seen the top of the pillar. The Ketaki flower is my witness." That lie disturbed the order of creation. Shiva's anger rose like a storm, but he did not strike Brahma himself. From his fury, a new form appeared, fierce, dark, blazing with the power of time. This was Kala Bhairava, born from Shiva's wrath. And it was Bhairava who stepped forward and severed Brahma's fifth head. But the head didn't fall. It stuck to Bhairava's hand as if destiny itself had glued it there. And the consequence of striking down a creator took a form, a fierce goddess who followed Bhairava everywhere, demanding justice. Wherever Bhairava walked, she walked. Wherever he paused, she screamed. The skull did not drop. Her voice did not stop. So Bhairava began to wander. He walked across freezing mountains where icy winds cut against his skin. He walked through deep forests where proud sages felt their ego break the moment they saw him. He walked beside sacred rivers that had washed away countless sins, but they could not wash away his. Time lost, meaning days and nights blurred. Seasons came and went without any purpose. Bhairava was no longer angry. He was simply tired. Tired in a way even gods are not meant to be. For ages, Bhairava wandered, but inside that fierce form, Shiva himself was tired. His skull felt heavier with every step. The goddess's voice grew sharper, and still no holy place in the universe accepted him. It was as if creation itself was waiting for him to reach one particular land, a land that held a different kind of energy, a land that had been waiting for him long before the universe began. Finally, one day, Bhairava reached a quiet strip of land between two small streams, the Varana and the Assi. The moment his foot touched the soil, something changed. Air felt different, the wind softened. Even the earth beneath him felt alive. The Ganga flowing nearby seemed calmer, almost welcoming, as if she had been waiting for him for lifetimes. And then it happened. The miracle no other place in the universe could make happen. The skull that had been stuck to Bhairava's hand for ages loosened. It shook once and fell. The fierce goddess behind him stopped screaming. Her form dissolved like mist under sunlight. Bhairava was finally free. That exact spot is known today as Kapala Mochana, the place where the skull fell, the place where Bhairava's burden ended. This land was Kashi. When Bhairava was freed, Shiva smiled because a land that could release Bhairava from the weight of a cosmic sin was unlike any other. Shiva had seen countless worlds rise and fall, but only Kashi held this kind of a grace. And so, Shiva chose to stay, not out of duty but out of love. But Kashi didn't just free Bhairava, it healed Shiva himself. After watching his own fierce form carry this burden for ages, even Shiva felt the weight of what had happened. And here in Kashi, Parvati appeared as Annapurna, the one who nourishes the world, to heal that very exhaustion. She did not arrive with thunder or miracles, she came with love. She offered Shiva food with her own hands, a simple act, yet after ages of intensity, it meant everything. Shiva accepted it with gratitude. In the narrow lanes of Kashi, under a sky older than memory, Shiva felt whole again. Most people who come to Kashi don't say it openly, but they come for the same reason Bhairava came. Everyone is carrying something: guilt, fear, confusion, memories that refuse to fade. And when you enter Kashi, it feels as if the city already knows your story. The ghats, the Ganga, the bells, everything whispers. You don't have to run anymore. Just like Bhairava stopped wandering when he reached Kashi, something inside you finally slows down here. When Shiva stayed here as Vishwanath, the Lord of the universe, living in this ancient city, Kashi became more than a place. It became refugee, a promise. After Shiva stayed here as Vishwanath, Bhairava remained too, not as a wanderer, but as a silent guardian of the sacred land. And the depth of Kashi's promise is felt most at Manikarnika, where it is believed that in the final moment of life, Shiva himself whispers the Taraka mantra, freeing the soul from every burden it ever carried. The city that freed his burden is the same place where he frees others from theirs. This is why millions travel to Kashi. Some come with tears, some come with hope, some come with questions they cannot put into words. But deep down, everyone is looking for the same thing, an end to their inner wandering. In a way, we all are like Shiva in this story, carrying invisible weights, searching for a place where they can finally drop. Kashi is not just a city of temples and ghats. It is a doorway, a promise, a place where even gods came with burdens and walked away free. It is a place where Bhairava's burden ended, the place where Shiva was healed, the place where peace becomes possible, and the place he chose to stay forever. If this story touched you, share it with someone who is carrying a burden of their own. And if you want more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to The Temple Girl. Your support helps keep these traditions alive. If you enjoyed watching this video, comment Om Namah Shivaya.